Deuteronomy is the fifth book of the Old Testament of the Bible and, together with Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus and Numbers, is part of the first 5 books of the Torah, also known as the Pentateuch or the Law of Moses. The term, Deuteronomy, comes from the Greek and means, second law, as much of the book consists of speeches by Moses reaffirming and explaining the law to a new generation of Israelites before they enter the promised land of Canaan. Content and structure. Deuteronomy consists of 34 chapters and is organized into a series of speeches of Moses addressed to the people of Israel. The book can be divided into several sections. Chapters 1 to 4. Introduction and historical summary of the journey of the people of Israel in the desert from the time of the Exodus from Egypt to the present. Chapters 5 to 26. Discourses reaffirming and explaining the God-given law on Mount Sinai, including the 10 Commandments and other moral, social, and religious norms. Chapters 27 to 30. Instructions for the future worship of God in the Promised Land and the fulfillment of the laws. Chapters 31 to 34. Farewell and death of Moses. The appointment of Joshua as the new leader of the people, and a final blessing from Moses. Theological importance. Deuteronomy is of fundamental theological importance to Judaism and Christianity. It provides a restatement and renewal of the law given to Israel at Mount Sinai, encouraging the people to remain faithful to God and live according to His commandments. The book emphasizes the importance of faithfulness, love and obedience to God, and warns against idolatry and abandonment of divine law. Deuteronomy also emphasizes the centrality of love of God and neighbor in the practice of faith. Role of Moses. Deuteronomy consists mainly of the speeches of Moses. The book is written in the form of rhetoric, in which Moses makes impassioned appeals to the people, seeking to instruct and lead them to a life of faith and devotion to God. Moses, the great leader and prophet of the people of Israel, knows that he will not be the one to lead him into the promised land because of his sin in the desert. Then, he addresses a new generation of Israelites, giving them instructions and admonitions for their future. The Moab speech. The book is also known as the Speech of Moab, because most of Moses' speeches are recorded as having occurred in the region of Moab, just before the people prepare to enter the promised land. It is on this occasion that Moses renews the law to prepare the next generation to settle in the new land and maintain their identity as God's people. Historical parallels. Deuteronomy shows similarities to the literary genre of the royal edicts of the ancient world. As with such edicts, Deuteronomy contains instructions, laws, and admonitions that regulate the life of the people, reflecting the authority of the king or legislator, in this case, God, over the community. Link to the New Testament. Deuteronomy also has great relevance in the Christian New Testament. In fact, it is mentioned numerous times by Jesus during his earthly ministry, particularly when he fought off Satan's temptations in the wilderness. Furthermore, Deuteronomy provides important theological and moral foundations for Christian communities, highlighting the importance of love of God and neighbor. In conclusion, Deuteronomy is a fundamental book in the Jewish Christian religious tradition. It represents a renewal of divine law, with the goal of leading the people of Israel into a life of devotion to God and keeping His commandments as they prepare to enter the promised land of Canaan. The book conveys an enduring ethical and theological message, emphasizing the importance of fidelity to God, love of neighbor and obedience to divine law.